Hello, my name is Roftum, and welcome to the wackiest set of 300 of random questions. I can't talk tonight. My brain is just not wanting to function properly tonight. I don't know what's going on. Questions, random, answer.
I turned the fan. Sorry.
Yeah, questions, random, answer. Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Obviously, I'm joined by Lost and Bunny again. So, we'll do our our 350 random questions. We're going to answer all 350 questions right now. No. We're going to do random questions. Just like last time, we have a certain amount of time that we have that we're able to record, so we'll answer as many questions as we can in the time that we've got. So, that being said...
Oh my goodness.
What?
There was a piece of dead skin in between my two fingers, but it was like invisible.
Okay.
Okay, with that being said, question number one. Click the button. Is number one.
Wow.
Hey.
That's hard.
Yeah.
All right, go.
When you are old, what do you think children will ask you to tell stories about?
Are we starting Lost?
When I grow old, I don't think kids will want to be around me.
Aw.
I'm a very strange individual. I scare my friends who are the same age as me because of things that I think about and draw.
See, unique people are what draws kids to.
Kids are drawn to that.
Yeah, kids are drawn to unique people.
They probably asked me about my drawings and like my research that I've done. If you didn't know this, I enjoy research far too much. It's like a hobby, I guess.
Whenever they find a subject that even remotely interests them, they research everything they can find about it.
I do the same. That's fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
I don't know what we did before Google.
You just guessed? Got a thesaurus or what is it? Encyclopedia?
Dictionary?
Encyclopedia.
A couple days ago, I got really into Resident Evil, and I read the entire fan page.
Nice.
It's in my brain now.
Okay. Well, what about you, Bunny?
Well, since I'm already old now.
You are both old.
Hey!
Thanks.
Not old.
Thanks, Lost.
You are.
I'm not completely gray yet.
Oh, when you turn our age, you'll be like, I'm not old.
I'm just well seasoned.
You guys
I know
aren't
that
old,
a lot of kids ask you about like old programming and like old cars and all that jazz. I don't know what else they'll ask me about. I don't know.
More than likely, kids will ask me when I get old how I survived without whatever the newest thing is.
Yeah.
How did you survive without flying cars?
Right.
We drove on roads to our destinations.
Or how do we survive by driving cars? Because that's coming soon, where no one drives cars.
Yeah, I'll believe that one.
I'm not driving a car. I don't want to ride in a car that is self-driven. I'd gladly ride my scooter or my bike to wherever I need to go.
They'll be like, we live in the mountains of California. They'll be like working in the Bay Area, which is about a 4-hour drive from where we live. They'll be riding their scooter that only goes like maybe 10 miles an hour to the Bay Area.
Or I'll ride a train. Hopefully trains will be back. Because like in our area...
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a train in our area in your lifetime.
No.
I want to ride a train.
A train, or do you want to ride like BART, a bullet train? A train, like an old classic train, or
an old classic train, one where I can sit and like look out the window and imagine things for my book.
They have stuff in California, not too far from us, that we can do on a train.
Yes.
In Oakdale, they have a dinner train, lunch train. It's a train you can ride on and eat meal on while it's riding around.
They also have trains every once in a while that do like different murder mysteries and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and you can't get off the train until you solve the mystery.
Yeah.
To own a hotel, like a quote haunted hotel, and you put on those shows. Oh, beauty!
Yeah.
Man, we squirreled a lot.
We did. That's kind of how these videos go. You'll learn. You'll learn.
Yeah.
All right, question number 2 will be number 261.
I was gonna laugh. It was gonna be number 2.
That would have been impressive.
Yeah. What do you do when you hear something fall in the middle of the night while you are in bed? Why don't we start with Bunny for this one?
Yeah.
Hope it's not my son. Assume that I have to clean something up. No, I do. I go investigate usually. Sometimes with the bat, sometimes with the hockey stick, something to protect myself. That's what I do.
If I hear something fall in the middle of the night, my house probably blew up. Because I sleep through everything.
Oh.
So if there's something that's loud enough to wake me up in the middle of the night, it's probably the house blowing up. Which probably means I won't be waking up. So
good to know.
I guess the answer would be flying through the air. Probably in pieces.
That's what I was like, oh Lord.
Either that or it could be a tornado too. I guess a tornado could wake me up.
If I hear something like drop, I'm hiding. I'm full hiding.
Panic attack central.
Yeah, or I'm grabbing my phone, turning on the flashlight, making sure there's nothing that could possibly kill me. Because I sleep in like it's a really big room. What is it called? What is the room called, Rob?
It's a family room. They sleep in the family room on the couch. Because we only have 2 rooms in this house. And
yeah.
My mom takes up one room, Grandma takes up one room, and they forced me to take the other one. Originally, Lost slept in the second room because I was sleeping during the day because I was working graveyards when we first moved in here. And then they made me move to the bedroom because apparently I snore too loud. There's another reason why things don't usually wake me up in the middle of the night, because there's not much that's louder than me when I'm snoring.
Do I snore?
Yes.
How bad do I snore?
Not too bad. It's like a puppy snoring.
Aww, that's cute.
And then they roll over and they wiggle their butts a little bit. And the puppy's not you.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
You do roll around a lot in your sleep.
I remember the story you told me where you like kept checking in on me. Maybe that was maybe that was Grandma talking about your sister. But it was either me or your sister.
It was my sister where like we each had our own room, and she would go check on me, and I'd still be laying in the same position all night long. I'd be laying in the same position, but she would check on us every 45 minutes to an hour just to make sure that we were okay. Every time she'd check on my sister, she'd be in a different position, and it never went back to the same position. So, like, she'd be laying with her head facing one way, and then she'd roll over, and then she'd turn sideways, have her feet like hanging off the bed, and then she'd turn around even more and be like diagonal with her head near the foot of the bed now, and then she'd be on her stomach, and then it's like one time when my mom went to the babysitters that she would take us to pick us up. They started freaking out because I came to the door like always, kept running the door like always, and they couldn't find my sister anywhere. Like they couldn't find her anywhere until one of the kids finally found her under the bed she was sleeping in. She rolled off the bed and then under the bed.
Well, wherever you're comfortable, you know. I mean,
yeah.
I believe I can sleep anywhere.
You probably
as long
can.
as I got like a good pillow or a height difference between my head and my legs. Because for example, when we went swimming and I laid down on my back, sometimes my feet would go a little over where like my spinal cord was, and I would start freaking out because I hate that feeling. It's
You don't like having your feet higher than your head?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I can't lay flat on anything. And if anything, I need to have at least 2 pillows under my head, even if I'm laying on my back.
I have 4 blankets that I use as pillows.
You have your quote unquote pillows would make a bed for somebody.
I've got my big pillow that's really long, like a body pillow. And
those are the best.
Yes. I don't use it as a body pillow, I use it as an actual pillow.
They actually have 2 of them. I stole one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
I
stole
have
it.
too.
How dare he steal it?
In reality, Lost gave it to me.
And then I have my purple pillow, which I've had since I was like 7 or something. I've had it forever.
Oh yeah, that's 7. Wow, that's a long time.
And then my fluffy pillow that I use is kind of like a body thing. Or sometimes, if I'm not feeling well, I use it under my head.
And this is all on a couch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I
It's a
said,
3 feet pillow.
their pillow is basically a bed.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then I got this really, really big blanket that I have to fold in half, so it doesn't like get everywhere. It's gigantic. I like to be comfortable when I sleep.
Yeah. All right. So on to the next question, or do we have more to say?
I don't even remember what this question was at this point. Go ahead.
What do you do when you hear something fall in the middle of the night while you're?
Okay. There you go. Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about. That stuff. So question number 3 is 347.
Wow.
What actors or actresses can't play a different character because they played their famous character too well?
I have problems.
The funny thing is, one of the actors that I want to say is well known for 2 characters. So, well, I guess it's my turn to go first. One of the actors is, oh, now I forgot what his name is. The guy who plays Luke Skywalker. Why can't I think of his name? Mark Hamilton?
Mark Hamill.
Hamill. No, yeah, Mark Hamill. But
Google.
but it's not for his role as Luke Skywalker. A lot of people know him for his role as Luke Skywalker. I think the character that he plays, that now, even when I see him playing Luke Skywalker again, it doesn't seem right to me because of this character that he's played for such a long time. He's been the voice of the Joker in all forms of Batman and Justice League for so long that now I hear his voice and I can't help but think of Joker. So that's one of them. Another one is, unfortunately, Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just can't. No, that's where I was gonna go to.
Yeah.
No.
And then for female actresses, I would say Mila Jovovich for her role as Alice in the Resident Evil movies. Silence.
I haven't seen any of them.
She was the main character in all the Resident Evil movies. And there's like 8 of them. Oh, and also Vin Diesel as Dom from the Fast and Furious. If you see him, that's what you think of. He also does the voice of Groot, but he doesn't sound anything like...
and he's been in other movies too, like Triple X and shit. He's just not good in other movies.
No, he's good. It's just that it's not right to have him playing anybody other than Dom from
It isn't. It isn't.
No. All right.
Is it movie? Is it? I know it said actors.
Actors or actresses that can't play a different character.
It didn't say movie or TV show. Okay.
No,
cool.
they played their most famous character too well.
Okay.
When you first said actor or actress that you can't imagine playing another role, I immediately thought of a unsolved true crime case. George Reeves.
Oh, yeah.
He was the face of Superman for like ever.
Yeah, back in the when did he start doing it? Was it the 40s?
50s.
Was it the 50s? I know it ran through the 50s. I thought he started in the 40s though.
No, it was he started acting in 40s.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was.
He was in Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, he was an extra.
His first movie.
And then he
yeah.
Go ahead.
Then he got a role. He was acting on a stage and got like a role thing for Gone with the Wind, and then his life kind of went downhill after he went to war. When he came back, he got to be put on live TV, which is the equivalent of streaming nowadays.
Yeah.
He got cast as Superman and was the face of Superman for a while until he died.
Yeah. Which we don't need to go into the details of how he died.
Yeah.
Because we could be here all night talking about that.
Yeah. And then the second actor, I can't really think of a female actor that I can't imagine playing a different role, but Robert Downey Jr.
Iron Man?
Yep.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Although he did a really good job in The Judge, which was a very good dramatic movie where he played a lawyer that had to go and defend his father, who was a judge who was being accused of something. I think it was murder. It was really good, and it was really hard to watch at times. Not because of anything violent or anything like that, but just like the emotions that it made you feel. It was so hard to watch at times. But I do agree, no one will ever be Tony Stark better than Robert Downey Jr.
Yep.
Which is awesome because he got his life together.
Yeah.
For that.
Yep.
He wasn't good.
Yep.
About that. So, you could tell you guys watch a lot of movies. I watch a lot of TV shows. I would say like Ashton Kutcher in 70s Show. He just doesn't play anything else as good as that. And
because
then
that's him. That
right,
character is
100%, 100%. And then female, I'd go with Buffy. Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah. Although she did a really good job of playing the ditzy Daphne in the Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo 2 movies.
Yeah, but it's just,
When you said Daphne, I thought of Velma, and then I thought of a TikTok I saw like 3 minutes ago.
You and TikTok.
It was the first time today.
Well, off of that same show, the guy who played Angel.
Yes.
And also the guy who played Spike on that. He's an actor, but the thing that I can't think of him being anything other than this now, because you made me think of him. His name's James Marsters.
Yes.
And I cannot think of him being anything other than Harry Dresden from the Jim Butcher books series, The Dresden Files, because he narrates all those books, and there's 17 of them now. And he does such an amazing job portraying Harry Dresden, because it's all narrated from his perspective. The entire story is written from Harry Dresden's perspective.
Oh, that's cool.
And they're written like detective novels, but there's magic and monsters like vampires and werewolves and trolls and fairies and elves, and there's tons of things. Wizards, warlocks.
Which is kind of his wheelhouse. I mean, if you think about it.
Yeah.
As Spike. Yeah.
Yeah. But he portrays the voice of Harry Dresden so well, and even looking at him, I could see him playing the role of Harry Dresden very easily. Because Harry Dresden is supposed to be a tall, lanky, long-haired dude.
I just thought of another actor.
Yeah.
Matthew Lillard. He plays
Scooby-Doo.
Shaggy.
Oh, Shaggy, yeah.
In like every Scooby-Doo movie ever.
Yeah, no, he's an amazing comedian.
Oh yeah. Well, he's one of those guys that is an amazing actor no matter what.
Yeah.
But I definitely have to agree that Shaggy was like the role of Shaggy was made for him.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though he was probably like 2 when the role of Shaggy was actually created, but still.
Yeah, I like that question. That's a good question.
Yeah. Any other actors or actresses you guys can think of?
Not off the top of my head.
No.
Matthew. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of other actors. Oh, I just did that. This actually makes me think of another one. Heath Ledger. Even though he's passed away.
He was an amazing actor.
Oh yeah, but once he played the Joker in Dark Knight, oh man, like I could never look at him the same after that. He did such an amazing job with that role. But moving on to question number 4. 140. Gotta make sure we haven't already answered any of these questions. What's the worst thing you've eaten out of politeness?
I have a whole story. Oh.
You're up.
Loss is like a reliving. Really?
Mushrooms?
Yep.
Good to know. You don't like mushrooms.
The mushroom story.
I think there's reason for them not liking mushrooms because they used to like them.
I don't like them because of her.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the issue is because she like put them in everything and forced them to eat them.
She forced me to eat a mushroom bowl with mushroom soup. Blech. Every time I see a mushroom, I think of that woman.
That's the Herg, right?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
Horrible
I will not put mushrooms on the menu. Good to know. I was totally gonna put.
Only for loss. Only for loss. I love mushrooms.
I know, but if seeing them makes them think of it or her, whatever, then I don't want Lost to think of her. Have a bad memory. Okay. But yeah, so mushrooms.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Ooh, I have a good one, actually.
What's up?
So I never really liked seafood. But one time at a wedding rehearsal, they had calamari. Grandma told me to try one. I really didn't want to, but I tried it out of politeness, and it was so good. So
Fried?
good. Yep, fried calamari.
Of course, fried calamari.
Anything, well, best mushroom. Most things fried are good.
I was like, fried mushrooms? What?
Hey, fried mushrooms are actually really good.
They're so good.
They are.
That's the only way Drew will eat mushrooms.
Crab stuffed mushrooms. Oh. Okay, anyways, Bunny, you're up.
I've had to try like spicy stuff, which, I didn't like, but I'm really not picky when it comes to food. So the worst thing, I'm sure it's something my grandma made. Cause she was like that growing up. We had to eat whatever she made us. Her spaghetti sucked, but yeah, honestly, like, I'm polite and I'll eat it, but obviously no horrible memories about having to eat food.
As far as for me, like, I'm the same way as you, Bunny. But like, my palate is, if you put it in front of me, I will eat it. I'm that guy. It doesn't matter what it is. You put it in front of me, I will eat it. Unless it's not cooked, like chicken.
Oh no, it has to be cooked.
Yeah. So I was sitting there going, man, I cannot. There's nothing. There's nothing. But then I remembered when I was working at Harrah's, the Harrah's Casino, in the fancy restaurant that they had at the casino. We had to try everything on the menu, and I had never tried raw oyster before. And I didn't really want to because it looked disgusting. But had to try everything on the menu. And oh my god, it was the hardest thing for me to swallow. Not
Is it slimy?
Oh, yes. Oh. It was like taking a mouthful of somebody else's snot and swallowing it. Yeah, no, it was...
There's a visual for us.
Just imagine somebody blew their nose into your mouth and then you had to swallow it. Yeah. It was gross.
I've got a really sensitive food palate. Like, there's specific things that I will not eat because it ruffles my stomach. Like chocolate cake, like cupcakes and stuff, and cake.
Well, what about red velvet cake? Are you still okay with that?
Yeah, red velvet cake has always been one of my favorite.
Because my birthday's coming up, so.
What kind of cake you gonna have?
Red
Waffle.
velvet.
Sounds like red velvet.
Okay. I thought you liked chocolate.
I do, but I like red velvet better if it's made right. I've had some gnarly red velvet cake. Because, red velvet's supposed to be super moist and gooey and good. I've had red velvet cake that was absolutely just dry as a bone and disgusting. So that's everybody, right?
Yes.
Okay. So next question, which is question number 5. 106. When was the last time you immediately regretted something you said?
Oh.
This may take me a while. Bunny, you're up first.
Oh, me and Lost were hanging out at Angel's Camp. I didn't necessarily say it. I texted it, and then I felt really bad. So, saying that I left her at Angel's Camp. Regretted that.
Yeah, so. I remember you saying that.
You were really pissed.
Well, I wasn't pissed that you said it. I was pissed that I was texting you back, and then you wouldn't respond.
But that's literally like the last thing I ever regret. You know, I regret that.
Yeah, you wouldn't respond to my texts, and I started to freak out.
I know. Yeah.
Dad, would you like to go last? Because yours is gonna be long.
Sure, I'll go last.
Okay, so mine was today. I regret a lot of things I say. I'm a teenager, of course I do. But today, I was in a really angry mood this morning. I have no idea why. I got to school, this one kid, he was bothering the hell out of me, and I thought of something that I probably shouldn't have should mention on here, but I told my friends about it, and they looked at me like I was crazy. I might be, but it happens a lot with things that I imagine, like intrusive thoughts. When I tell somebody about it, they look at me like I'm crazy, and I immediately regret it.
When I said mine's gonna take a while, I meant mine's gonna take a while to figure out.
Thank you.
The last thing I said that I regret was, cause I don't really regret things that I say. I know that's kind of bad to say.
No filter.
I don't have a filter, so I don't ever really regret things that I say. I mean, okay. I've said things to Lost that I've regretted saying them later because, like, and it's not really saying them, it's the fact that I snapped and yelled at them for something, and it's like, there was no reason for me to yell. It was just like, got startled, and, most people, when they get startled, they start yelling. Because they immediately go from scared to angry. That's a normal reaction that humans have. So, probably something like that. I don't know. Like, as far as actual words that have come out of my mouth, I don't really regret anything that I've said. Because I tend to speak my mind. And
no.
I know that sometimes what I say hurts people's feelings, but unfortunately, it's how I feel. It's my opinion. And if you don't like my opinion, you don't have to accept it. You don't have to take it. But it's my opinion. And you're not going to change my mind unless you can prove that what I think is wrong. And if you prove that what I think is wrong, I'll admit that I'm wrong. But you got to prove it. And so many people will be like, well, you're just wrong. How? How am I wrong? Explain.
Right?
Not trying to pick a fight. I just want you to explain to me how I'm wrong. So that way, if I am wrong, I can educate myself and be better. But there's so many people
we've got Roth with no filter, Tiff with the mild filter, and me with a really... I filter a lot of what I say. Well, I try to.
Yeah, you filter what you say until you get too angry, and then you snap and say all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, when I snap, I snap.
Yeah, no regrets. Question number 6. 235. Find my little bar thing to pull it down. What's the weirdest crush you've had? Oh Lord, with Elle we could be here
oh, Lord.
all night. Because they have a laundry list of weird crushes.
It's not that weird. I wouldn't call... Well, it would be weird to some people.
Most people.
Some people.
Especially the age difference.
I was like, yes. Most people your age, yes. In their 60s, maybe not so much.
No, I think for most people, the age difference between the two.
Okay, who are we talking about? Which one?
Which one?
I've got two
about?
with
That are
I
old?
got 2 that are in their 50s. Well, I don't know how old the second one is. He could be 1,000 years old for all I know. But
And who are these people?
Heisenberg? I'm talking fictional.
Yeah. Heisenberg. I believe he's a couple hundred years old.
Yeah.
Boom, he got you there.
And then Murdoch, he's turning 56 this year. I think. His birthday was 1966.
Alright, Bunny. Where'd you go?
I don't even know.
Me. There you go.
Aww.
I'm the weirdest crush you've ever had.
Most different, which is a good thing. I don't know. It's like Tom Cruise for a while until he realized he was crazy. But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm normal. I don't know.
So that's the thing. You have a crush when you have a crush on something. It's normal to you. It's not weird
True
to
that.
you. So when they say, "What's the weirdest crush you've had?" That's something you need to ask somebody else. Like, what do you think the weirdest crush I've ever had is? It's like, okay, so the weirdest crush I ever had. I guess it would have to be mostly because of how young I was. It's surprising that I had a crush on her. There was a little blind girl in a movie called The Langoliers. It was a TV movie based on a Stephen King short story. And there was a little blind girl in it that, for some reason, I had the hugest crush on. But I was like 8 or 9 years old. and so I think that's the real reason why it's weird to me is that I was 8 or 9 years old and I had a massive crush on her. I had to watch that movie like 20 times. Same thing with the princess in the movie, what's it? Never-Ending Story. I watched those movies like 100 times just so I could see the girls, and I was a little kid.
Hey, maybe you are the weirdest. No, I was kidding. I'm kidding. Huh.
Well, at least I didn't have a crush on a troll or something like that.
True that.
Ludo
Okay.
from Labyrinth.
So, I think the weirdest person thing I've had a crush on, Scar from The Lion King. Man,
Evil.
voice. I've always been attracted to villains.
It's Jeremy Irons, man. If I had his voice, oh my god. Jeremy Irons, he's got one of the sexiest voices there is.
Yeah, that.
Am I in trouble now?
What?
You got
No.
really quiet.
Oh, no. I was Googling to see who the little blind girl was.
Oh, in the
I haven't seen the movie. Yeah.
Honestly, it's not a good movie. It's not a very good movie. The story's really good, but the movie was not very good. It was made for TV, and it was back in the early 90s, so, you know, not the greatest graphics. And look at that.
I sent you the picture of her now. And yeah, there was. I think she's an actor now. What?
Have you guys seen pictures of humanized Scar?
No.
No?
Ooh. Ooh.
Question number 7.
At least we're getting through the questions faster this time.
Yeah. If cartoon physics suddenly replaced real physics, What are some things you would want to try?
Oh my goodness. That would be awesome, eh?
Well, Bunny, you're up first.
Like what?
Anything a cartoon can do that you've seen a cartoon do that you can't do in real life.
It's like, I want superpowers. I don't know.
Which ones?
Love to be able to fly, even though I'm afraid of heights.
It's just like, yeah.
I don't know. Read people's minds would be awesome too.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I would not want that. I would not
Neither.
want that.
I totally would.
One of my biggest fears is if someone starts to read my mind in class because my intrusive thoughts get out of hand sometimes.
But that's just because people don't share it. A lot of people, I mean, it's teenage stuff. Like,
It's
Yeah.
not normal intrusive thoughts for a teenager.
yeah, you'd be surprised.
Or maybe you'd be surprised.
I think about killing people.
Yeah, normal teenage stuff.
But like excessive gore and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what physics would you want, Mom?
Me?
Yeah.
I would want an anvil. I think that's what it's called. The big heavy weight thing. I would drop
Anvil.
that on someone. And
like
and,
on Roadrunner and stuff?
Yeah. When I think cartoons, I think of like Tom and Jerry, Roadrunner, those cartoons.
Yeah.
The good ones?
Yeah.
This is dumb, but if I could do anything from a cartoon, I would want to be able to move a hole somewhere else to be able to like walk through a wall or something like that. Just draw a hole in a wall and I can walk through it.
Wow.
Just because sometimes I'm lazy and I don't want to go
Oh,
to the door.
wow. Yeah, that's pretty lazy, babe.
I just carry around
I'm
carry
just gonna
around
draw.
a paintbrush, just a random
I don't wanna
paintbrush.
walk. I don't want to walk 5 feet. I'm just gonna draw a little, door right here.
And then get on the other side of it, and it's gone. So you don't have to worry about it. And obviously, only I can walk through it because anybody else that tries to walk through it is just gonna run into the wall.
Yeah.
Because that's how the cartoon physics works. Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
What about it?
I don't think he drew. I think he pulled the.
Yeah, no, he pulled the hole like out of his pocket and threw it on the wall.
Yeah.
If I could be in any cartoon, I would want to be in Roger Rabbit.
Oh, I wouldn't.
It's a good cartoon.
It's a good cartoon, but I wouldn't want to be in that because I'd be afraid. I would be one of the cartoon characters that heat racing stuff thrown on them.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be me. That would be my luck. Yeah. Just the way things go for me. Question number 8. 100. Too far. What really needs to be modernized? So I guess I'm first this time?
Yes.
I have a question real fast.
Okay.
Are we talking like furniture or idea?
Anything. What really needs to
Okay.
be modernized? I mean, I can think of a few things that need to be more realistic, but unfortunately, there's like no way to really fix the things that I can think of that need to be more realistic. Like cost of living needs to be more realistic because you can't live anywhere with the amount of money that most people make
Right.
in the world without falling further and further into debt. Or not in the world, in the United States, without falling.
Mostly in California.
Yeah, definitely. Because rent places is freaking insane. A 1-bedroom place is $1,200 a month for a 1-bedroom place. And I know that you're not supposed to be able to survive on minimum wage, but the fact that minimum wage is $15 an hour, and you can't live off that? That's nuts.
Right? You can't even qualify for that apartment on $15.
Yeah. It's crazy that the amount of money that you need to make to live. But that's not modernized. Modernized, something that needs to be modernized. My wallpaper.
True that.
The wallpaper in this house it is so old. It's older than Tip is.
Damn. Wow.
I'm glad somebody else said it and not me.
You might be older than Grandma. Or Grandpa.
No, I think it's about their age.
Yeah, no, it's
bad.
gotta be 70s, 60s, 70s.
I'd say
So
50s,
old.
60s.
It's actually, I think it's so old that it was on those walls before wallpaper became popular.
Yeah, probably. All right, Lost, your turn.
Something that needs to be modernized.
Yeah, brought into the modern times. It's not actually in the modern times right now.
Well, I can't think of anything that needs to be modernized. I want things to go back to the way they used to be, like before everything became so expensive.
Yeah. Values.
The barter system would be great. You trade something for goods.
Yeah.
But you
I
can't.
want that. Yeah.
But you can't think of anything to be modernized.
Not really.
Yeah, I couldn't really think of anything either.
I think that there's quite a few laws in the states
That's
that
true.
need to be modernized because they are way too old.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't even have, for the most part, they don't have laws when like a criminal gets arrested and stuff. They don't have a lot of cell phone laws. They don't have laws in regards to all that. Because everybody, it's not like it's just a flip phone. All the information you ever do is on your phone. Everything's connected.
Yeah.
So they just don't. There's a lot of laws that need to be modernized. So there's my 2 cents.
Well, I just saw a question on here that we kind of already answered. You want me to do the random number generator, or do you want me to do this question?
Random
Well, if we
number
already
generator.
answered it.
Well, can answer it a little further. Do the random number generator. Maybe we'll get it anyways. 147. No, we didn't get it. What's your funniest story involving a car?
Oh.
So whose turn is it to go first?
Loss.
Okay.
The first thing I thought of when you said car was a dream/memory thing. I don't know if it actually happened or if it was just a dream, but thinking back on it, I find it kind of funny, and I find it kind of stupid that my mom did this. But I was like really young, really young. I was still in I was like 2 or something, being carried in one of those things, and my mom forgot to strap it into the back seat of the car. She did like a sudden stop, I,
Like a
stopped
car
at something.
seat?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing fell forward. And that's what I think of every time I hear the word car. I don't know why. Yeah.
You're talking about the forward-facing car seats that if you don't strap them in, they slide forward and your kid ends up face first into the seat in front of it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a true story.
Okay,
Yeah.
how do I remember it so vividly? Clearly.
Because everybody recalls things just like I recall very vividly after my dad and my sister died, when I was 3 years old. I recall my mom trying to explain to me what happened. Vividly, very vividly. I was sitting on Grandma and Grandpa Huffman's bed, Grandma's mom and dad. I was sitting on their bed, and Mom was kneeling down in front of me, and she was trying to explain it to me, but she was crying, and she put her head in my lap, and I remember just stroking her hair, saying, "It's okay, Mommy, I still love you."
Wow.
I remember that very vividly, and I mentioned it to my mom. She's like, "I never told you that story."
Wow.
I was 3, so you just remember things. You remember some things, you don't remember others. It's weird how your brain works. Things on some things. So, funniest story involving a car.
Yeah,
that's not a very funny story.
Not at all. Either one of those.
Sorry.
Man.
Sorry. Not funny.
I have a question.
I have an
That
answer.
involves dreams.
3.
Does that mean that a lot of my dreams, things I classify as dreams, could possibly be true?
Not necessarily. Obviously, I'm not seeing your dreams, so I can't answer that for 100% certainty. But you tell me about your dreams quite a bit, and most of them never actually happen. In fact, you tell me about memories that you have that I'm pretty sure the things you dreamed of, because they never actually happened. At least not that I know of.
I have a very, very clear dream thing.
What?
I remember most of my dreams.
Oh, okay. Alright, well,
Anybody have a funny
That's
story?
a really funny story about you, your car seat not being strapped into your mom's car.
Do you have any funny stories, Lost? No.
I give a rough.
Yes.
The horse.
Yes, I was wondering if you were going to mention that.
A horse in a car?
No. Okay, so I may have mentioned this story in a previous 20 questions video, but we'll rehash it again. So we were driving to one of Lost's friends' houses. They were going to stay there for a day or two. I don't know how long you were staying there. But we were driving, taking a back road. We weren't on the highway. We were on a back road and we're driving down the road. And I saw this horse standing out in a field. And I noticed that there was water pouring between the horse's legs, and then it occurred to me that the water wasn't water, it was pee. The horse was standing out in the field peeing, and I'm watching it, and it's peeing, and and you can only go 25 miles an hour on the road, so I saw it as we came around a turn, and then it was straight, so I was able to watch it as we're passing
Just watching
it.
a horse pee.
And it was just peeing and peeing and peeing and peeing, and I'm sitting there going, holy cow, how is that horse peeing so much? Like, and then I went off on this really weird tangent about horses peeing, and that horse is peeing so much that you don't need to fill up a lake with water. You can just have a horse stand out there, and it'll fill up a lake for you. It pees so damn much. And it was just this really long tangent about that, and it was. I think I was talking about it for the rest of the trip, and just going off about it. And I have moments like that where I just go off about something. And
no.
It ends up turning into like a whole stand-up comedy act.
That was one of the few days I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah. You've been having more of those lately than you used to have.
Yeah.
It's because I'm entertaining.
We'll go with that.
Okay.
If I don't bother me, for I belong to somebody.
I feel like it's Bunny's turn.
It is Bunny's turn. So in high school, I drove my first car was a 280Z, and before I crashed it, we used to always take it to go to the football games on Friday night. So, and then one night we had a dance afterwards, and a whole bunch of friends all needed to get to the dance, which was like about a mile away, because I grew up in a small town. So we had to drive like a mile away to go to the dance. And I fit mind you, it was bucket seats. I was in the driver's seat. I had 2 people in the middle, 2 people on the passenger, 1 on the seat, 1 on the floorboard. So that's 5, and 3 people
7.
in the back seat. Yeah.
7.
So, yeah, it was 7. They were all squished in a little hatchback, and we couldn't even close the door all the way. They were holding the door, and we're just laughing all the way over there. Freaking, it was just gnarly. That's probably the funniest thing I've ever done in a car.
I don't have good memories in cars.
Well, that one wasn't such a bad memory.
Every time I think of cars, I think of either me throwing up, me peeing myself,
Yeah, you had bladder problems growing up in the car.
I had excessive bladder problems.
Anytime we would go somewhere, it was like instantly, we get in the car, as soon as we got to where there wasn't a gas station or a bathroom anywhere nearby, all of a sudden it's, I gotta go pee!
Yeah. How young were you? Young?
This was just a few years ago.
Oh.
I don't think they peed themselves a few years ago, but they were doing that like.
Because Drew does that too.
Like 12?
Yeah.
11, 12?
I had really bad bladder problems.
That might be anxiety too.
Yeah. But it was mostly with the herd.
Yeah, and they like to blame it on the fact that you were drinking too many clear liquids. It's only when they drink Sprite or 7-Up or too much water. Too much water, and you think it's weird that they have to pee after drinking too much water. Okay. Last time I checked, when I drink too much water, I have to pee a lot too.
Right?
She was crazy.
But you have, Roth, you have a bladder of like a 5-year-old.
I drink a lot of water. You act like I don't drink very much. I drink a gallon of water a day.
You do.
I drink a gallon of water, plus I drink sodas and other stuff too, so it's like on top of the water I drink.
Sometimes I forget that I have to go to the bathroom during the day. So like I have a really strong bladder now. I don't know how this happened, but
well, it's from holding it in all the time. That's how you get your bladder to be bigger. Also, how you get bladder infections.
Yes.
I can hold it for a very long time, and I
So
forget I have to pee. and then it like hits me, and I'm like, oh, bathroom.
Interesting into questions, but go ahead.
Another issue that I have with, like you comment on how I have to go to the bathroom all the time. I don't like to go to the bathroom in public, like in public places. So, like, I'll need to go to the bathroom in a public place, but I won't want to go. So a lot of times I'll run in and I'll quote-unquote go, but I won't actually finish because I don't like being in the bathrooms because I think they're dirty and gross. So,
germaphobe.
Which is really weird because I rarely ever wash my hands when I'm at home.
Nasty.
That's gross.
Well, I wash my hands after going to the bathroom, and I wash my hands after handling raw meat. But like, I've been around people. I think it's just the way I was raised. So my mom doesn't wash her hands unless she goes to the bathroom or handles raw meat or eggs or something like that either. But I've been around people that wash their hands like, or put hand sanitizer on their hands like every 30 minutes. And
yeah,
to
those
me,
are
that seems like a lot. Like,
yeah.
So I guess my turn. Funny story involving a car. The horse. Actually, this story is kind of funny but kind of crazy at the same time, and it's a story that was told to me because I wasn't alive when it happened. My dad was a weird guy, very crazy guy, and he witnessed a hit and run. And this was back in like the 80s, late 70s, early 80s. So cell phones weren't a thing. So in his little old beat up piece of junk car, he starts chasing this dude in a truck that just hit another person. And he's screaming out the window, hit and run, call the police. And finally they hit a stoplight. The guy stopped the stoplight. My dad jumps out of his car, jumps onto the hood of this dude's truck, and grabs onto the windshield wipers. And the guy's driving around with him hanging onto the windshield wipers like it's a freaking movie. And he's sitting there screaming the whole time, call the police, hit and run.
Wow.
My dad was weird.
It must run in the family.
I wasn't gonna say it. Thanks, Lost.
Hey, I'll take that as a compliment. Well, that's all the time we have for today. We went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9 questions this time. We got a lot done.
Nice.
So,
Your Southern's coming out.
what else is new? It comes out at random times. You know that.
Every time I talk about my British accent, it comes out. And
Yeah. Well, my Southern accent gets worse when people mention it too, or when people say I start sounding like Jeff Foxworthy. Because apparently I sound like Jeff Foxworthy at times.
Nice.
Did you know?
when I was a little bitty boy.
No, not appropriate. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to ring that bell, because when you ring that bell, you get notification every time I post new videos, which I do daily. We'll see you guys next time.
Grass.
Until then. Apparently there's a horse in my headset. Somebody said grass.
That was lost.
It sounded a little like you too, Bunny, so I was like, wait, which one of you said that? I think it was Lost, but it might have been Bunny too. I don't know who said it or why they said it. All I know is apparently we have a horse in the group because there's somebody that wants to go eat some grass.
No. last time I like ate grass, my lips got like excessively hurt.
Well, you were eating grass. Why would you be eating grass?
It was at Mark Twain. God knows what goes on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't forget to ring that bell, because when you ring that bell, you get a notification every time I post new videos, which I do daily. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, keep your head up and keep moving forward. And in the words of Lost, eat lots of grass.
What do you mean? I never said that. Don't quote me on that. No.
This is Rofnum, Lost and Bunny, signing off. Bye-bye!
Oh, jeez.